Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Dawson Casanelli, D. Nelly Defense, and today I want to talk about some tips on grip, especially for a micro compact. This, I took the slide off, it's for a P365X, and this is just something that you can put an extra thing in your toolbox if you don't already know of it. And we're going to talk a little bit about passive and active grip, and something that helped me, especially with the snap of a micro compact when I was first starting out. So let's get into it. One of the things I use on these micro compacts is something called an active grip. So there's a difference between active and passive grip. Active grip, you are using these fingers here to leverage on that trigger guard, pull into your hand, and then this thumb over here, you essentially vice that gun. You really press in with your thumb on this side to put as much meat on that frame as you can to try to control that real snappiness of the kick of a micro compact like that. And then there's passive grip. Now, passive grip, you're not really doing anything with your thumbs over here. You're just squeezing really tight, but your thumbs aren't the main focus of it, right? So one of the things I use is that active grip, and it's something that truly helped me out when I was first starting out. I shot okay with that passive grip like that, but the active grip is what really took me to the next level of being able to kind of control and manage that recoil a little bit more. So I'm going to show you again. This is just a little tip, like I said, and we'll do some shooting here in a bit that I can show you more. But you take this finger, and if you have a light, it's different. But I usually take that finger, I put it over the front of the trigger guard like that, and I put this palm here so you could see that I'm actually pulling with this front finger, and then I'm pushing over here, and I actually cant this elbow up just a little bit, and it vices it. You can see when I do that, it pushes this hand and all this meat on my palm here into the frame of the gun to try to create a vise around it, and that helps, especially for that snappiness that you get here. Guys, this is just a different angle here, and one of the things you want to do with this hand is you want to have a real strong grip. Obviously, you want to get as far up under that beaver tail as you can get, and you want to really pull, especially with these bottom fingers, pull it into you, and that's going to push the web of your hand up into that beaver tail, like I had said. And you want to not let your wrist go limp, right? It's a lot harder to manage recoil when your wrist is moving than it is just in up and down motion like this, because you have a lot more to try to regain that sight acquisition and all of that stuff. So you want to make sure that your wrist is not what's giving. You don't want that to be a point that's breaking on you, because it's a lot harder to control that recoil. So essentially, and what you could do and have somebody do is, like I said, I took the slide off of this gun so that I can point it around. It's safe, obviously. Is you can have somebody come up and hit the bottom of your gun, and you don't want to see your wrist break, right? So have that, do an exercise, take the slide off your gun like that, especially you new shooters out there, and have somebody come up and hit the front of your gun. You don't want to see your wrist breaking a bunch. You could see this movement, but you don't want this here. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you some of the differences between the passive and active grip. So I'm going to show you firing this gun so you guys can see some of the recoil differences. I'll explain some stuff to you as I'm going along. So remember, the passive grip, you're not really wedging that thumb onto the frame here and pulling with this finger on the trigger guard over here. You're just gripping the gun, and these thumbs are kind of just sitting there, right? So I'm going to do these three, and I'm just going to do a slow round here. So I hit, but not near as accurate with that, not near as precise as I am with the active grip, where I really anchor down onto there. So with the active grip, again, we're going to come up here with our finger and really crank down on the gun from this side, pull it kind of in towards me, and then I'm actually going to raise this elbow up, and that's going to push the meat on my palm here into the frame and just allow me to kind of crank down on it a little bit more. So that one I'm a lot more accurate with and a lot more precise. My grouping is a lot better over there. And guys, again, everybody's a little bit different. What works for me might not necessarily work for you. So I want you guys to maybe use this and see if it works for you. And that might be another tool in your toolkit, right? Guys, I hope you gained something from this, and thank you for watching. Remember, don't be caught off guard, train for the unexpected, and I will see you next time.